Today, my friends, I'm going to be reviewing some of your favorite fat loss products or techniques. But because I'm not a big YouTuber and I don't make money from any of my other social media accounts, there's no actual fat loss products or fat loss techniques within these cups. But the reviews I'm going to give you is real. Why? Because prior to me losing 40 kilograms and maintaining that 40 kilogram loss, I tried several different fat loss products or techniques before actually finding the one that worked, that helped me lose that 40 kilograms. And of course maintain it for several years. But before we get into what works, let's have a look at the products on review today. And just give you a brief explanation about every single product or technique that you have or will still try when it comes to fat loss. I say what you will still try because I know no matter how much I speak about what really needs to be done and what works, there's always someone on the hunt for a quick fix. But that is also why I want to explain the products that I tested and tried many moons ago, why they didn't work, then you can make a calculated decision. Number 1, fat loss pills, appetite suppressants. I've tried and tested them. Do they work for reducing appetite? Most likely, they do. And is that going to help you short term to help you consume fewer calories throughout the day? Most likely, which is great if you've got a short term mindset when it comes to your health and fat loss. The reason why they don't work long term is because realistically, you cannot be taking an appetite suppressant or fat loss tablets for the rest of your life. So what happens when you stop taking these tablets? Most likely what is going to happen is your appetite is going to come back faster than a hungry lioness goes for that impala in Etosha National Park. And then you're not going to know how to control that appetite because all you've been focusing on is taking your appetite suppressants or fat loss tablets at the same time every single day. And therein lies the problem because you're not focusing on what really matters, and that's your food choices and eating your meals at more or less the same time every single day. The next one I'm going to review is not necessarily a fat loss product, but it's a fat loss technique. Running around in a black plastic bag. For the love of Betty, getting the nickname Sweaty Betty. Please stop running around in bin liners. Have I tried and tested this before? Of course I have. Did it affect the number on the scale? Yes. After my 5-kilometer run with a black bag tightly wrapped around my body underneath my clothes, I came home and I weighed myself and I'd lost just short of a kilogram. But Sweaty Betty, I'm going to be the one to burst your bubble now. If you lose a small amount of weight after running around in a black plastic bag, it's most likely due to the fact that you have sweated a lot. And when you sweat a lot, you lose water. Your body loses water because you're sweating. As soon as you get on that scale afterwards, it might weigh a little bit less because now you've got a little bit less water within your body. It's not you losing fat, it's you losing water. That's what it is. So let's keep the bin liners for what they're really meant for, your rubbish and your excess belongings that are still at your house. Number 3 is a fat loss product that is sold quite openly out there on the dark web. Maybe not the dark web, even Facebook Marketplace. And that's the Wondernut. The only thing that's going to happen when you consume the Wondernut for your fat loss expedition is you're going to be wondering why you run into the toilet so much. Not for number 1, not for a whips whips woo, but for a number 2. And it's not going to be one number 2 throughout the day. It's going to be several of them. Just picture Victoria Falls. If you still haven't got it yet, you're going to be going to the toilet frequently, very frequently throughout the day. And anything in your stomach is going to be released. What happens then? It means your body is carrying less weight. When you get on the scale, it will reflect and that number on the scale will potentially drop. It's not magic, it's just the fact that you've got nothing left in your body because everything has come out, every single possible area of your body that it can. Again, long term, no, I have no other words, no. Number 4, not necessarily a product, but it's the cabbage soup diet itself. Welcome to the party, you frequently used technique, diet, whatever you want to call yourself. All I have for you right now is one question. Can you eat cabbage soup for the rest of your life? I know the answer already. The answer is no. Short term, yes, you'll drop body fat because all you are eating is cabbage soup. What is the calories in that? Absolutely nothing. So you're placing yourself within a calorie deficit. Chances are you're going to lose body fat. But realistically, that body fat and more is going to come back because whilst you were preparing and eating your cabbage soup diet, You didn't focus on anything else that really mattered. So once you stop eating your cabbage soup, or once you stop the cabbage soup diet, what happens? You go back to your old ways, your old habits, the old ways of eating, the old food choices. And I say this very apologetically. It's your old ways. It's your old eating habits that led you to the point of wanting to change. You cannot go back to them. Number 5 might bring about some confusion here. Protein powder. Now, I know it isn't necessarily a fat loss supplement, but for some very known reason, most people believe that they need protein powder for fat loss to take place. And immediately when you want to lose fat, the first thing so many people do is like, what protein powder, what protein supplement is the best supplement for fat loss? None of them are. The reason, the very known reason as to why people think whey protein powder is a supplement for fat loss is because so many influencers out there are selling it as exactly that. The secret with protein is that it helps keep you fuller for longer. And when you are fuller for longer, you tend to adhere to your calories a little bit more. So, whey protein, protein supplements, protein powder is not magical for fat loss. It just helps that maybe you eat a little bit less food, calories, throughout the day because you are fuller. Now onto the thing that works for sustainable fat loss long term. And what you'll find very interesting about this thing is that it doesn't come with a very expensive price tag. It doesn't come sold as a product, and it can never be part of an unboxing video from some random influencer who's trying to make money from you. This, my friends, is called lifestyle changes. It's called healthy habit creation. It's called creating a lifestyle through creating healthier habits that aligns with your health and fat loss goals. Now, most people don't want to accept that this is the only way that works, because most of you are looking for quick fixes or products that's magically going to melt the fat away. And until you change that mindset, no major long-lasting changes are going to take place, unfortunately. Let's say, for example, you are taking appetite suppressants. You would still have to learn about nutritional choices, about calories in food. You would still have to create healthier habits. You would still need to learn how to make more nutrient-dense choices with your food every single day. You would still need to work on your relationship with food, your relationship with your body, your relationship with the scale. So that one day if you decide to stop taking your appetite suppressants, you have created a healthier lifestyle and a healthier mindset, which is the thing that helps you maintain any weight that you have lost. The only way I managed to lose 40 kilograms and keep those 40 kilograms off is by making lifestyle changes, creating healthier habits. And the painful truth is that it doesn't happen overnight. It is not a quick fix. It is something that you're going to be executing for a very long time, for the rest of your life. Because as soon as you go back to old ways, and the reason why I'm making this video is because I know there's so many of you out there still looking for quick fixes. There's so many of you out there not wanting to acknowledge the fact that lifestyle changes are required, that healthy habits are needed. But, you know, the more I bang on about it, maybe, just maybe, you will have that penny drop moment. Maybe, just maybe, you will stop wasting time with all the quick fixes or all the fad diet or any nonsense like that, and you will start spending your time and your energy on the thing that really matters. And that, my friends, is you creating healthier habits, creating a healthier lifestyle, and doing it bit by bit, and not thinking that it has to be all tackled in 1 month. This is the rest of your life. And here's the thing, I know that it sounds scary. The rest of your life, that sounds so dramatic. But don't look at it in that manner. Look at it as you adding years to your life by getting fitter, by getting stronger, by getting healthier. But only once you start throwing away the idea and the concept of quick fixes, and you start gearing your mindset towards long-term changes, lifestyle changes, and you start executing some of these changes on a daily basis, a monthly basis, a consistent basis, that's where you start feeling the positive effects. That's where you start seeing the progress. That's where you get a boost in confidence. That's where you start working on having better control around food, better relationship with that number on the scale and your body. And that's where you want to do more. And that's also where you realize that even though it's a lot harder work to create a healthier lifestyle and healthy habits compared to popping a tablet or doing some random quick fix, That's where you realize how amazing you will feel. That's where you realize you've been chasing the wrong thing the entire time. You've purely been chasing that lower number on the scale. Whereas you should be chasing those amazing feels that I just mentioned, which you get from creating a healthier lifestyle. YouTube is going to suggest this video for you to watch. Go on, watch it, or don't watch it. Totally up to you.